Having already won Provincial and National League honours, Kerry are determined to make a bright start to the next challenge, starting today with Roscommon. And the Kingdom are pleased to welcome back goalkeeper Shane Ryan and midfielder David O'Connor. However, they are still awaiting the return of the injured David Clifford. Meanwhile, Roscommon make 7 changes following their loss to Galway. Ronan Daly comes back at number 6 and starts up front this afternoon for Conor Hand and Dara Craig. It is Roscommon looking to try and make a very bright start now here, knowing that they're very much up against it. The hottest of favourites, the Kingdom. Kerry yet to get their hands on the football. It's all Roscommon, and it is Ronan Daly, and Daly taking that pass from Ben O'Carroll has put it over the crossbar, and that's a very good start for Davy Burke's team. They'll be very pleased with that. They were patient, they were deliberate, they retained possession for over 60 seconds. Brianna Biaglia from Gaeltacht transferred very quickly and a little bit too quickly and a little bit too elaborate, and Niall Higgins is able to nip in and take it for Roscommon. Out by Keith Doyle. Long striding man who kicks it ahead very well. Nicely down, and it's the fullback and captain Brian Stack. Stack! Oh, there was a goal there for the taking. He's got a point instead. And he's angry with himself because he knows that was a fantastic ball. Brian Stack, who'd gone all the way up the field following his man, when it was cut out there by Niall Higgins, down to Doyle, and then that should have been in the back of the Kerry net. Tom O'Sullivan, forward. Diarmuid O'Connor, they look for their opening point of the match, and that looks to be on target, and is. Kerry's opening score has taken them 5 minutes to produce, and the man who's come back into the team, Diarmuid O'Connor, is the scorer. Picked up again here, this time by Enda Smith. Down into space here. They look for a little 1-2. Will it manoeuvre? Will it work? It might. And that is a useful looking shot, and that ball's got over the crossbar. Nolan doing well, and the teams are level once more. Ronan Daly switching it around, stretching Kerry, looking for openings, seeing just what's on. And that is a very useful looking shot, and it produces another white flag, and the teams are level once again. So it's 5 points apiece. Ben O'Carroll, the scorer this time. Shawnee O'Shea. Into Joe O'Connor. Ready to take on Keith Doyle. Did well, Joe O'Connor, and Joe O'Connor kicks another fine point. A man who excelled in the Munster semi-final in particular against Cork when he scored a most wonderful goal. This was very much his own effort here. Got by Keith Doyle, soloed, bounced, and then kicked a beauty. 8-6, Kerry in front. Nicely down to David Clifford. Back it comes to Dylan Gainey. And now a good run through the centre here, and a very fine shot at the end of it all, and another beauty from the midfielder. Diarmuid O'Connor, the scorer this time. That's 2 for Diarmuid O'Connor in this match, and this is 31st championship game. Not sure how satisfied Jack O'Connor will be. Kerry thinking about changes on the far off side, just to freshen things up, because first 11-12 minutes of the second half hasn't gone as planned, I'm sure. Tom O'Sullivan now. Kerry looking for their first score of the second half. They finished the opening half with a 2-pointer from a free. In they come again, and that is up, and that is over the bar. It's exactly what you needed, and David Clifford gets his 3rd point of the match, the first to come from open play here, and that makes it 12 points to 7. Good pass forward to Senin Lam. Onto it quickly then came Kieran Murta. 2-3 Roscommon players there in support. One of them there is Lam again. Switched nicely. Ben O'Carroll's there. On his left, striking it smartly. Off the post and up and over the crossbar. Lovely point scored by Ben O'Carroll. Biagliok setting it up. Chance here, maybe for Graham O'Sullivan. On it goes there. And that is nicely over. Tony Brosnan just on, gets his first point. Here's Brianna Biagli. Biagli again, waiting, supported, helped out here. Here's an opportunity, and that is in the back of the net. And it is David Clifford who gets his 17th ever championship goal, and he does so after 50 minutes. Bruno Biagli made that happen. A brilliant run through the centre, transferred to Clifford, and Clifford with a tidy finish. And that makes it 113 to 8 points. Nicely out here to Shawnee O'Shea. Back out it comes to O'Shea. And that's a very nice point, and that's 5 in all now by Shawnee O'Shea. And it's going sweetly for the Kingdom at this stage, and they're ahead by 115 to 8 points, 10 points up. Oh, a short one, or an attempted short one by Conor Carroll, and it's David Clifford who has it. Didn't quite work out. Roscommon may well be feeling the pace at this stage, and here's Gainey, and there's another opportunity. He should roll it in, and he does. Paul Gainey with goal number 16 in a fine career, and now it's 2 goals and 15 points to 8 points. As a result of the poor kick out, Roscommon were in trouble, and Gainey was ready to just put it in, helped by Shawnee O'Shea, and another one for the Kingdom. More satisfied looking Kerry manager right now, Jack O'Connor. This is Kieran Murtagh, who's able to carry it forward, getting past Paul Gainey. Slipped forward. Again, it's Enda Smith picking it up here, challenging Dermot O'Connor. Then bringing it all the way back as far as Ronan Daly, kicking for a 2-pointer, hoping he's got it right. Umpires right behind it, and they seem very, very pleased with that. And Ronan Daly has got the opening 2-pointer of the match for Roscommon, and that's 3 in all for him. Movement around. There was a move there by Graham O'Sullivan, but it comes instead to Mike Breen. Breen giving it there to Paul Gainey, and who got one of the goals, and there is another one, and it's Gavin White this time. Gavin White, the team captain, after 61 minutes, fisting it in there. Just his 2nd championship goal, and this one makes it 316 to 11 points. Gainey placing it on a plate for him virtually, and Gavin White gleefully accepting. Moved over here as far as Colm Neary. Just his 3rd championship game, Neary. And Conor Cox is trying one, and that's a very good 2-pointer by Conor Cox. And that is his 3rd point of the match in all. So 317 to 15 points. 11 points the margin. Dermot Murtagh carrying it on here. Switched across. Over they go with Shane Killoran. Back to Dermot Murtagh, and Murtagh's trying his luck from a good distance out, and why not? He's got a 2-pointer there. Excellent work by Dermot Murtagh. 17 points in all scored by Roscommon in this game. All the way down here towards Brian Stack, and Brian Stack trying to keep it in play, and I think it's just gone out there, and so it has, and that's the final piece of action here. And it's Kerry who were much the better team in the second half in particular, just 5 in front at half-time. Final score in Fitzgerald Stadium, it's Kerry 3 goals and 18 points, Roscommon 17 points.